The hottest recruiting debate in recent memory centers around the most polarizing position in all of sports. There are two generational passers in the class of 2018, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Funny enough, both are from Georgia. They each have a grade of 101 in the latest top 247, which would qualify as the highest score for a quarterback in the top 247 era. Barring something unforeseen, one of them will finish no. 1 overall in the top 247 and, very likely, no. 1 in the 247 Sports Composite National Player of the Year, the first quarterback to do so since Matt Barkley in 2009. Lawrence opened the 2018 rankings, way back in July of 2015, as the #1 player. Fields passed him this summer after a torrid stretch through the 7-on-7 season that culminated in a historically good performance at the opening finals in Oregon. And now Lawrence has his #1 spot back. Go here for the latest top 247. Our team of recruiting analysts labored over the decision, but it was clear Lawrence deserved to get the top spot back, with one more ranking after the All-Star Game circuit to go. Here are a few of their thoughts on how things broke down. Barton Simmons: do you want Jared Goff or do you want Deshaun Watson? That's basically what this debate boils down to. There's no right or wrong, just preference. I can understand every person that considers Trevor Lawrence the best quarterback in this class. He's the Goff in this discussion. He's amazing in pads. He's a winner. He's got feel and touch that are as good as I've ever seen on film at this stage, and he's got all the physical tools. He's deserving no. 1. But to me, Justin Fields is the best player in the country. He's the Watson. He possesses the arm talent, he has the calm demeanor, he's a winner that transformed a mediocre team into a great one, and he has an athletic element to his game that no coordinator wants to deal with. I think the game is moving in a direction that gives guys like Fields, and there aren't many like him, more opportunity to be successful. Strap a more dangerous arm on Jalen Hurts and this is what you've got. But there will always be a place for a big strong-armed dude like Lawrence. I was in the minority in this debate, though. The poll came back resoundingly in favor of Lawrence, and I can live with that. It may be a long time before we see two quarterbacks this good in the same class. Brandon Huffman: when we were with Scout, Lawrence was initial no. 1 prospect in the 2018 class when we launched those rankings in the spring of 2016. He was #1 in the post-signing day Scout 300 and remained #1 in the final ever Scout 300 following the opening. So he's clearly shown for a few years that he's the premier prospect in this class. Size, arm strength, accuracy, the it factor, you name it, Lawrence has it. When I saw him in person at the opening finals, his 7v7 team struggled, but every time he threw, you'd watch and know you were looking at a special quarterback. He's not wound too tight and doesn't seem to be fazed at all by the pressure of being a highly regarded passer. The game isn't too big for him. Then you watch him use all these physical tools he has, and it further confirms he's the top quarterback in this class, a once-in-a-generation talent behind center. I don't think there is any further debate that Lawrence is the #1 quarterback, and the #1 prospect, in this class. Fields was certainly the best quarterback I saw all off-season. He was stellar at the opening finals, and even there, he was limited to just throwing, which is a big part of his game, but not the only part. He's just as gifted with his legs, but obviously, the opening didn't allow for that. So he just cemented himself that week as a top-tier passer, capable of making all the throws, showing off his arm strength and touch plus accuracy. Then watching his senior film, you see the playmaking ability he has with his legs, and it makes for an elite all-around quarterback who will only get better in college as he continues to develop in his decision-making. Harrison may have lost to Rome, but Justin Fields showed why he is the nation's top-ranked player with this hurdle. Pic.twitter.com/VCV4 UGA Football Live at Yuga Football Live August 31, 2017. Steve Wiltfong: Lawrence is arguably the best high school quarterback prospect I've covered and my favorite prospect at the signal caller position since Jameis Winston. As a senior, he went out and completed 70% of his passes with 40 touchdowns to just 1 interception. To say the game was moving in slow motion this year would be an understatement. I'm a believer in high completion percentage and low interception totals being an indicator of how a young man will transition to the next level. Lawrence sees the field incredibly well, and from a throwing standpoint everything is effortless. Lawrence also has a good feel in the pocket, makes plays on the move, and also shows toughness. In his team's biggest games, he's one that rises to the occasion. Meanwhile, Fields is a franchise quarterback prospect as well. He is off the charts athletically and has proven how quickly he can adjust to a faster speed of the game, dominating 7-on-7 play at the opening finals. Lawrence broke Deshaun Watson's state records for career passing yards and touchdowns throws, but it's Fields who fits that mold as a player, and he has that type of upside on the next level. He's a fast, physical runner that reads the field well and would rather sit back and pick you apart with his strong arm. Rusty Mansell: before I say anything else about Trevor Lawrence, I am and have been on the table for Justin Fields to be a 5-star and the No. 2 overall player in the country since the Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend this past May. He is elite, he is athletic, and he brings a unique skill set to the game that I have not personally seen a long time in a dual-threat prospect. On to Lawrence. I have seen him play live 9 times in 4 years, including 2 state championship games. He is the best high school football player I have personally covered, replacing Laramie Tunsil. Lawrence is gifted, he is 66, he has a cannon, he is athletic, he wins, and he loves the game of football more than the limelight. He could have had his Army All-American ceremony with every school in the Cartersville City school system in attendance. He chose to only have his football team, coaches and family present that day. Trevor Lawrence's 7-on-7 throws were as smooth as his hair. At Trevor Lawrence, he picked out twitter.com/9r Huddle at Huddle June 11, 2017. The one last example that sold me was the day he broke Deshaun Watson's total passing yard record for the state of Georgia. I sat with Cartersville quarterbacks coach Michael Bale and watched him put Trevor on the board to discuss audibles and getting into and out of the right plays. It showed me he has the football IQ to go with the rare, God-given talent he has been blessed with. I would never want to put anything extra on him, but he will be the best player on the roster at Clemson the first day he reports. He will have to adjust to the college game, and that may even take a year, but he has the ceiling to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft in 36 months from day one. Luke Stampini: a big reason for Lawrence being #1, in my opinion, is how he performs in the midst of chaos. The way Lawrence avoids the rush, makes throws on the run or off balance without losing much velocity or accuracy is impressive. Making throws in a clean pocket can be easy, but there doesn't seem to be a better quarterback in this class better than Lawrence making throws in the face of pressure. Justin Fields is also very talented, and his threat to run certainly brings a different wrinkle to his game. However, as a pure passer, I think you have to give the edge to Lawrence.